Elon Musk is an emotionally stunted psycho. He takes drugs all the time, took a chainsaw to the federal government, both literally and figuratively. He is a completely broken person. And what we have with this administration are a bunch of people with inner child issues that are completely damaged and emotionally stunted, that are so broken, they're determined to break other people. And there's reporting coming out right now that totally supports the premise that I just made. And we've been saying it about Musk forever. Elon Musk's dad, there are serious allegations that he is a child sexual abuser, which should surprise no one considering they all seem to conglomerate in the MAGA movement. Let's put up the headline. Elon Musk's estranged father, Errol Musk, is facing several allegations of child sex abuse involving five of his children and stepchildren. To me, you guys, this makes a lot of sense because Elon Musk is so broken and he has this really crazy. I mean, obviously, you have the ketamine situation, but he has these really crazy ambitions, and it all is about oppressing people. Of course, he comes from a very oppressive regime in South Africa. But more importantly, he comes from this very broken family. Donald Trump, his parents were total psychos. And then you look at Dumb and Dumber, the sons of
Mhm.
Trump, and it's all of these people with these massive psychological problems that have been lifted up to try to solve really serious problems, but instead they're acting out their childhood trauma with the United States federal government.
Yeah, and here's the deal with Elon Musk. Here he is. He goes on and on about population. Like, we need more babies, we need all this. And then he picks up girls on right wing Twitter and inseminates them and has babies. And as far as you can tell, he's only around like one or two of these kids. So, parenting to him, I mean, I look at Elon Musk and I think he's a really sad person. He has everything he's ever wanted, but he cannot form intimate relationships. And this doesn't surprise me at all. All the pedophiles and people that demean other humans, they all seem to be MAGA.
All right, next up, we have this guy that I follow on Twitter. His name is Evan Loves Wharf, and he is constantly on top of reporting how all of Elon Musk's massive meltdowns. And Evan tweets, Elon has for years posted about every single Democrat, LGBTQ, or immigrant pedophile he could find when the entire time he knew his own father was a pedophile committing sexual abuse against children and said nothing about it. And here's an excerpt from the article. The earliest accusation was in 1983 when Errol Musk's stepdaughter, then 4 years old, told relatives he had touched her at the family house. A decade later, the stepdaughter said she caught him sniffing her dirty underwear. Some family members have also accused Errol of abusing two of his daughters and a stepson. And as recently as 2023, family members and a social worker attempted to intervene after his then 5-year-old son said his father had groped his buttocks. Three separate police investigations were opened, according to police and court records, as well as family members. Two of the inquiries ended. While it's unclear what happened in the third, Errol Musk, 79, has not been convicted of any crime. The abuse allegations have caused strife within the Musk family, and some relatives turning to Elon Musk, who is Errol Musk's eldest child, for help. Around 2010, one relative wrote Elon Musk a 5-page letter about some of the accusations and implored him to intervene. And so this is really, really telling because ever since Trump fired Musk and he was sent away from the federal government, he has been in these deep conspiracy theories on Twitter about sex offenders in the UK. He has pulled all-nighters. He has sent 400 tweets in a 3 or 4 hour period regarding this. And oftentimes, from a psychological standpoint, we always say, like Mike Johnson, talking about people not being gay, talking about porn all the time, has gay conversion therapy camps. You can deduce from that he must be gay likes gay porn, and was probably sent to a gay conversion therapy camp at some point, and that's just been buried. Well, with Elon Musk, he grew up in a household where pedophilia was the norm. His own father molesting his siblings and his step siblings. So, this is a very toxic home. And then this man has the audacity to tell everybody else they need to have children. And in a really weird twist, he's like, breed, 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 breed. And then all of these right wing Christians are like, breed, breed, breed. But the guy who's running the federal government, Stephen Miller, wants to reduce the US population by 200 million. So you have all these broken people that have been bullied by their parents, or in worst cases, sexually abused and bullied by their peers. And their whole thing is they are acting out their inner childhood trauma on the global stage. And we, sadly, you guys, are the collateral damage of this.
Right. We're the people that are suffering. I will just say this. When I saw this, especially about the allegations that Elon Musk was very well aware of this, and a 5-page letter was sent, and he didn't intervene, he didn't stand up. I keep saying this, but the silence about from the free speech absolutist, Elon Musk, and the free speech from Brendan Carr and the FCC, he has been so silent because he doesn't stand up for anyone unless it benefits him. Full stop. He doesn't give a shit about other people's free speech. He cares about his free speech. He cares about, populating the planet as long as he's not responsible for parenting. This guy is the biggest shit stain that I have ever seen. And he's a gazillionaire because of the US government. And he runs around and all he does is inspire more hatred. It's really gross.
He's a billionaire, the richest man in the world because of the US government. And he's a corporate welfare queen off of all these working class Americans and immigrant labor.
Right.
Where people pay taxes that pays his subsidies. And he shit talks America and Americans all the fucking time. And to quote JD Vance, has he ever thought about saying thank you?
Right.
Has he ever thought about being grateful to this country? Has he ever fucking thought about that? Has Jeff Bezos ever thought about saying thank you to all of the hardworking Americans that, he uses all the roads and the airspace and all the infrastructure that we pay for? Meanwhile, he skirts taxes and makes it incredibly difficult for his employees to form unions so that they can live a decent, respectable life while that prick is off on his boat. I mean, it's just, these people are so vile and gross. But here, back to Errol, the father of Elon. Here's another little tidbit from this reporting. Despite the severity of the claims, no criminal charges have ever been filed against Errol Musk. Authorities in South Africa and the United States opened 3 separate police investigations, 2 of which were closed without prosecution, while the outcome of the third remains unclear. Among the accusers is Jana, I don't know how to pronounce the last name, Bezwiedehout. I think it's probably Dutch. Jana Bezwiedehout, Errol Musk's former stepdaughter, who later had children with him. In a 2009 protection order filing, she alleged that Musk abused her siblings and a stepbrother who later died in a car crash. Errol Musk has categorically denied the allegations, dismissing them as false and nonsense in the extreme. He further claimed that some family members are using the accusations in an attempt to extort money through his billionaire son. Elon Musk, who has previously described his father as, quote, evil, has not issued any public statement in response to the latest revelations. So I want to go back, leave this up. The accuser, his own stepdaughter, who he later married. All right. So this is like, they want to claim the moral high ground, MAGA, and they want to talk about family values. And these are the type of people they elevate. And they want to talk about hard work and personal accountability. And these are the MAGA heroes. These people are heroic. And Elon Musk is the least popular person in the United States. He's still wildly popular within the MAGA movement. He showed up to Charlie Kirk's funeral to try to go suck up to Donald Trump because he wants back in. And all of MAGA, all these crazy ass right wingers, because I keep a watch on them on Twitter.
Gotta keep eyes on them.
I keep my eyes on it. Pumps, they're all like, uh, Musk is so based. He and Trump are coming together for Charlie and blah, blah, blah. He's a hero in their eyes. And the fact of the matter is, this is a broken man that was raised by a pedophile that has never gone to therapy, who, like many people with inner childhood trauma, become addicts. It's a very common story for Republicans, for Democrats, family dysfunction, broken inner child, addiction. And he has never sought treatment, and he wants to unleash his cruelty on the United States of America. And MAGA allows him to do it. And this whole political party, it seems like at every turn, we always go back to the covering up of pedophilia.
It's unbelievable. It's just like a slot machine. It's just a continuing carousel of bad actors against children, white collar crime. Like, if there's a crime out there that a MAGA person hasn't committed, please tell me what it is, because it's just a crime syndicate is what I see. And, Errol Musk, obviously these are allegations that have been made, but they're longstanding.
And he married his stepdaughter.
He had kids with his stepdaughter.
Yeah.
That's Woody Allen-esque.
Yeah. Okay. And I just want to leave you all with this in closing. Elon Musk showed us exactly who he was right when Trump won. He spent his $300 million that we know of. I'm sure there was a lot more than that behind the scenes. And he was so proud of himself. And he was so excited that he finally had what he wanted, a place in the United States government. He got on stage and he did 2 Sig Heils. He is a Nazi. He showed us that he was a Nazi, and no right-wing propaganda and gaslighting will convince me otherwise, because not only did I see that with my own eyes on television, on tape, I also know that he follows and boosts Nazi account on his platform X every chance he can get. Pop this up. Evan says, guy who interacts with pro-Hitler accounts says, calling us Nazis is wrong. This type of stuff on Twitter before, when Jack Dorsey owned it, this stuff was people who boosted this stuff. They were banned. Holocaust deniers were banned. And now Musk has come back in. And not only is he for this, he boosts them. He regrams it. If it looks like a Nazi, if it salutes like a Nazi, if it retweets Nazis, it's a fucking Nazi. We have a broken person, completely broken person, who has inner child issues out the wazoo, who is a hero in the MAGA party. And it's just insane. We have all these fucked up people with inner childhood issues that we need to send off to therapy for a couple of years instead of to the White House. All right, listen, like our channel, subscribe to our channel, and please do us a favor, support our channel by buying our book, Life is a Lazy Susan of Shit Sandwiches. The link is right below in the show notes, and we'll be back later with more news.